all is well. We're just gonna roll with it. No big deal. Hi everyone. We'll be starting in about 10 minutes, so I'm sure you can hear all kinds of random crap going on in the background because that's what real life is like around here, and my neighbor is playing some awesome music. Hi Carrie, I see you. Yay. Hi Nini, yay. So guys, like I said, I'll be doing a live stream today. It's art therapy. There's no bad or good to this art therapy. Nothing stressful going on here. We'll be starting as soon as everybody just kind of hops on board. No big deal. Hi Paula, you made it. Sweet. So this is my first time doing a live, guys. So obviously I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. And yeah, so just bear with me for the technical difficulties. I'll be trying to show you different things that I'm working on. So like these were some different doodles that I started. I have right here like my notebook, my handy dandy notebook. Why? Because this is not a complex thing. You know, you will basically need one writing utensil and paper. And you don't even have to have this fancy easel like I have. I just happen to have it because I'm an artist and they're at the house. Sorry guys. But you can use anything you want to prop this up, okay? So I'll let a couple more people join us because we're supposed to start at 4:30, and then we will draw. And I think that will be great. And hopefully you guys can ask me questions about other things that you'd like to maybe work on together. Like I'm totally sweating. Welcome to Florida. It's like 90 degrees. I'm outside in the yard because I can be. And yeah. So some of the basic things that I have set up to do my art therapy with, guys, are crystals, because I don't do anything without crystals in my life. Nothing. So I've got two really large crystals. Excuse me. So I've got this one, this really big piece of kyanite. Carrie, you're so funny you're not drawing. You should totally draw with us. Come on, everybody draw. It's not complex. These are gonna look like stick figures. We're okay with that. Yeah, this is more about expressing anxiety in a therapeutic manner. Okay? That's really all it's about. It's not about making anything overly spectacular. Like, don't stress. Like, see, this is not overly spectacular. This is not hard work, but I find that it'll be important for us to like deal and purge with some of these things, and that way we'll feel better, you know? So while everybody's going stir crazy, here are the ways that I deal with going stir crazy. By doodling out my whole life. So, oh, Carrie's remodeling the kitchen. Okay, so well, she can't draw with us. The remodel is enough drawing. That makes perfect sense to me. So I want you to grab your utensil, guys. We're just gonna go ahead and get started because I have ADD real bad and I have like zero attention span and bugs are biting me, so cool. I have this awesome pen that I love to draw with. It's a Pilot G2 ink gel pen. They're my favorite to draw with, and so that's what I usually do. Now, one of the things that I like to do for art therapy is to basically empty my mind. So I am always thinking about 1,000 different things. All of you moms on here know what I mean. We think about like 800 things at a time. And so what I want you to do is to channel your stress and your anxiety into this drawing, you know, because if it's ugly, awesome. That means you have more room to burn it after the words and let it all go, okay? So that's what I want you to think about. I don't want you to think of necessarily holding on to these because they're a way for you to release your anxiety and your fear, okay? So what I'm gonna do is start talking you through this intuitive art therapy process that I go through. So normally what I do is I'll stop and I'll take a few deep breaths. And I usually pick a really good song, but my neighbor is playing the best music today, so I'm just enjoying his music. And then I'm gonna go ahead, and usually what I do, and I'll just show you my art pad here. What I normally do is I don't even draw on an easel first off, so this is like mad awkward. So we're gonna turn this so you guys can kind of see the easel now. and I'll show you what I do when I'm thinking about stuff, and I'll just walk you through it, okay? So normally when I draw, I don't have an end point ever. And so I tend to just start with something simple, like a scratch, you know, and people are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. And so I'll just usually do something like this. And I'll start to pick like a pattern of scratchy like area. And then I'll take that and I'll just follow the flow of the paper. So the reason I like these Palette G2 ink pens is because they have this like real seamless, smooth movement to them. And it allows you to just kind of go with the flow of the page. And since I draw intuitively, I'm all about going with the flow. And the other reason I like to draw with Palette G2s is because if I screw up, I just color over it. Like it keeps me from getting stuck in my head about how to make something, okay? So at this point, I haven't really done anything major. Hi, Dara. Hi, Romy. I'm gonna go say, wave at you guys real quick. So I don't know what this is gonna be when it's done, but I do know that everybody's going through a lot of fear and anxiety right now, right? And so sometimes it's just best to pour that anxiety out of your brain and onto some canvas in whatever form or manner that may be. And like I said earlier, if you're just hopping on now, this is not something that has to be beautiful. It's just an expression of your anxiety. And if it's ugly, even better. Because if it's ugly, we can burn it. And you can be like, oh, I got rid of more anxiety. Yay! So, like I said, this is not a real stressful situation. And when I draw, it's definitely never stressful because I do all of my art from a very therapeutic kind of how do I make myself feel less crappy place. You know, this is always about soothing and never about actually making anything. Then I just get lucky. I just get lucky to be able to maybe sometimes have something come to life on the page, you know, and that's super cool. Cuckoo, Romya, cuckoo. So, hi Luke, yay, you're joining me. Hi Sydney, oh my God, so excited to have all of my friends here online. You guys are the best. So, we're just doing a little bit of therapeutic art, you know, just kind of sketching away at things, nothing too hard, nothing too concrete. I mean, if you have a pen and paper, all you need to do is just like, I don't know, put some lines down, guys, put some lines down. And if it feels crazy, scribble it out, you know. There's, as you can see, I'm not doing anything really structured or focused even, because I'm really just talking to you guys and then taking the angles that are kind of flowing out of my pen to just connect them. And maybe this will be something pretty, maybe it won't. I don't really know. And honestly, the beauty of intuitive art therapy is that I don't really care if it's beautiful. I just feel better doing it, you know? And sometimes I get lucky. Sometimes I get lucky and it'll be really pretty and people will go, wow, how'd you do that? And I'll be like, I don't freaking know. You know, and that's the God's honest truth. I don't often know. But I do know that in these perilous times when everybody is so stressed out, that it's so much better to take time out of your hectic mental chatter to, you know, put some love in your life. Put some love in. And feed your heart center. And art and music tend to do that. So all of us super creative people who don't really get an option to live in our art the way we want to, your heart has been screaming for this break, this little love break for yourself. You know, we're taking little love breaks and we're making humanity okay. And we're supporting each other in these beautiful online communities. And we're coming together to just, I don't know, just be like Bob Ross and just put down happy little trees. Even though this does not look very happy. Guys, I'm talking about happy trees, but this is like a very angry looking drawing. Oh my gosh. Hi, Luke. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. Nobody's like, I can't do art at the moment. Aw. Yeah, no worries, guys. If you can't do art, I mean, you have to be in a good headspace for it. I can honestly say that. Or you just have to train yourself to just start doing stuff, you know? So I understand if you're not in the art space, but I feel that, you know, maybe a little bit of journaling, maybe a little bit of singing. I think that I want to do next a solo dance party, guys. I think it'll be super fun if we do a solo dance party. And so what I mean by a solo dance party, okay, look, I'm gonna take the camera back. Okay, so look, if we do a solo dance party, right, I'll just pick crazy music and then I'll come on and do a live and it'll just be me, being my crazy self, dancing along to whatever it is, you know, however long I can manage to like hold my breath, because I'm totally gonna like run out of breath. But so I'm thinking of doing another live stream at some other point just to help people with anxiety and do some moving meditation in the form of ecstatic dancing. Like just put on some music, put on like 5 or 10 cool songs and then dance it out. So if you guys think that's a good idea, let me know on my page or send me a message, whatever. I love you guys. And so back to the drawing, okay? Hi, Rose. Anyway, so those are my ideas for things to do for people, because I feel like right now, I feel it's really important to help each other, guys. I feel that we're all so stressed out, and it would be so easy to feel isolated and scared and fearful. And I think it would just be so much better if we could just find ways to cheer each other up. And so that's what I think I'll do. I think I will find different ways to stream things that will cheer people up. I was thinking of maybe reading some of the poetry from my book, because that's pretty cool. And it would also be a good test for when I decide to do an audiobook. Wouldn't that be cool? Luke, I love you. Stay safe and stay warm. And I'm sorry about your fever. I hope you're feeling better. But I'll just be streaming this later. It'll be on IGTV and whatever for other people who aren't available at this point in time. So anyway, back to the drawing, guys. Intuitive art therapy, like I said, is really just about taking the time to draw it out, whatever it is. Usually when I draw things, I have the tendency to put, like I said, really good music on, and sometimes I'll even draw things with only one song playing. Like I'll draw an entire drawing to the tune of one song, because it'll wrap me in this sort of vibration that helps me accomplish the task. So that's cool. Now, if you guys are drawing along with me, which would be super nifty, I would love for you to share your picture at the end of this live stream with me so that I can see what you ended up doing. And like I said, this is not going to be that long because I'm an impatient person and it's hot in Florida and I'm hot and I got ADD. Yeah, you know, but hopefully you guys are enjoying my little random rambling as I doodle. And so you'll kind of see my process, which is not a process at all. There's no real process to my process. It's just me taking angles and a really slippery pen on slippery paper and just seeing how things intersect. And then, I don't know, adding more stuff to that, you know? Like, it's nothing major. It's not even really like I'm doing anything that looks like I'm putting real effort into it, but as you see, as I go back over certain areas, it just kind of defines the work a little bit more. This kind of looks like horns. Anybody see horns here? And this kind of looks like leaves of some sort, and like maybe like a platform or an entrance way into some sort of chamber. I don't know, it kind of looks like a big heart, like a real heart. I don't know. I was thinking also maybe we could do something more for kids where we teach them how to draw specific things, but I would need someone who could draw specific things to help me with that. Because I kind of just free flow. I kind of free flow things, and I don't ever stress about them too much. I think I got that from Bob Ross. I'm like, oh, we have lots of happy little accidents and happy little trees, and people are always going places, and I don't know. I don't know what to add now. So I think that as a community, maybe we can all spend more time together online, figuring out ways to cheer each other up. I want to offer some counseling and some mentoring for people who are experiencing a lot of anxiety right now. I think it's important that people up their self-care. And if you're a sensitive person or an empath, if you don't have some sort of sage or something to smudge your area, I highly suggest that you get some. Highly suggest it. It's important that you sage and clear your energy, especially in times like this where everybody's afraid. So, just ideas for how to keep yourself sane. And also, all of you people who are homeschooling your kids, who originally homeschooled your kids, if you could help those of us who are not used to that by giving us pointers, I would love for people to share more solutions and less fear online. That would be my goal. I made that hashtag share solutions, not fear, because that's really what I want people to do. I want you guys to help everybody stay calm, lose this panic, help us all draw together and understand that we're creating a beautiful new reality in the midst of this trauma. Did you know that one of the single most reasons that people seek to change is because they're in pain? Cool, huh? But not really, because then you're like, dang, how much pain did I have to suffer through to figure out I needed to change? Well, it depends on you. Some people prefer more pain and less. So some people are quicker to change. Now, I don't know what this is, guys. Hi. And you're right, Jennifer. Sage is highly antibacterial. Thank you. Thank you so much for mentioning that. That is accurate. Yeah, so you're doing people a favor when you're saging them, FYI. So go on and get you your bundles of sage and help cleanse and clear. And another thing that I should mention to you is if you don't light candles when you're doing housework or just in general when you're in the home, you should always have a candle lit. I find that it's very relaxing. So see, and the reason I'm saying that is because, I've got a huge 7-day candle burning right now that I lit earlier today. To help with purifying and just kind of just cleansing my energy. It's spring now. We're in Aries season. It's the first month of the new astrological year. And there's a lot of planetary shifts going on right now, guys. I'll be talking about them on my podcast tomorrow and on another podcast that I have coming out too. I've been called to do a lot of podcasting of late, so it's really interesting. I went from 0 podcasts to soon to be 3. Hi, Pamela. Welcome, ladies. Oh my God, you can see like the corner of my nose. How cute, right? So as you can tell, obviously I'm drawing and not caring about angles. There we go. So Pam, for you, since you just hopped on, I just want you to know that our art therapy today is not anything in particular. You just needed a piece of paper and a pen. And for those of us who are just joining, we're not doing anything specific. I have literally just been wandering around this page, putting down my thoughts in terms of pen strokes, and then using that to pontificate at length to you guys as you listen. And come up with ideas on how we can help each other. A lot of the anxiety that people are feeling right now is related to their own anxiety and the collective anxiety. So, Carrie, I love you. Have fun. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you watching. A lot of the stress and anxiety, it's your own anxiety, but I also want you to be recognizing that if you're on this live stream, chances are you're kind of a sensitive person. And so for that reason, you're also picking up anxiety from the collective consciousness. And so I want you to be cognizant of that when you're out and about, because that's gonna screw with you. You know, I went to Walmart briefly today to get some paint for my daughter. My daughter paints. And I got a screaming migraine in Walmart. Not for anything major, but mostly because the energy in there was dense. Everybody was afraid. People were panicking. Everybody was like hoard buying stuff. It was really interesting. And so I got an instant headache. You know, I had to sage myself when I left. I had to put my crystals on my forehead so I could breathe. Like, these are things that other people might think are crazy, but that I use to keep myself grounded and settled in these uncertain times, you know? And so I would like to share these best practices with you guys as I go along, as we spend more time indoors, or well, not really indoors, but isolated, individually isolated, and then more time together online like this, finding ways to connect and be friends in a really, really cool way. So if you thought that I was going to teach you how to draw something, I apologize, because I definitely... Bonsoir, Franciane. I'm definitely not teaching you how to draw anything. What I am teaching you, though, hopefully, is to find a way to soothe yourself by expressing shapes onto the page, by not really thinking about what your hand is doing, by simply finding a means to express yourself in a way that's not going to hurt anybody and allows you to feel good and soothed in the end. And like I said, feel free to burn these if you're drawing with me. If they look like crap and you feel like, ugh, I hate this, well, that's good. You know, that's good, because you can go ahead and burn it and feel good about the fact that you got rid of an energy that was unfortunate and not serving you. Okay? So, just so you know, that's what we're dealing with. And I don't even know what this is, guys. So what do you think? What does this look like to you? Does anybody have any ideas? This is very funky, but I feel like that's kind of what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with a very strange energy. We're dealing with a lot of anxiety and stress and depression. And so I want to encourage you to find ways to make yourself feel better. I want you to say things to yourself that make you feel better. There's always an opportunity to choose something more joyful. And I hope that you will be able to do so in this time span. And on that note, guys, I think I'm going to add a few more pieces to this and see what's up. I think that my next art therapy live, I'll teach you guys how to draw something specific for kids, you know, as opposed to being more of a free-flowing thought pattern. But I wanted to just get on here and practice doing this because I've never done a live before. So, hope it wasn't too horrid. Hope you guys survived. Hope you guys are over it. I'm over it. It's nothing personal to you guys. I just have a short attention span, like I said before. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful day.